Yeah, I'm a no gang, no gang, no gang, no gang, no gang, like ooh. What's all this commotion? Grown men got like females, ooh. Making moves, ain't gon' lose. Mama ain't raised no fool. I'm my own gang, do my own thing. I'm my own man, nah, ain't you. Cuz just hit me on the line, say he up in the city, said Nick come through. He from Philadelphia, they're known as Philadelphia. They the fam, nothing new. I ain't got too much emotion to feel in for those trying to mess up my mood. From a place with the beef on fire, came to the east side, ain't nothing new. Remember nights when we used to do crime, we dropped dimes on all we knew. If we got caught, we did not rap, we rather lay flat before we ever told. Cause loyalty still mean a lot to me, even though places on earth is a zoo. Think politics and presidents is gonna save them. Man, I thank God I ain't nothing like you. Ooh, we just multiply, we don't die. We done seen war and survive. And we done got bored with the vibe. But gang, all y'all tough, yeah, ride. We ain't trying to run, we outside. If you ain't king, don't pay us no mind. Cause we do not recognize dudes who are faking. We militant, we don't play online. Yeah, I'm a no gang, no gang, no gang, no gang, no gang, like ooh. What's all this commotion? Grown men got like females, ooh. Making moves, ain't gon' lose. Mama ain't raised no fool. I'm my own gang, do my own thing. I'm my own man, nah, ain't you. I kill them with bars, I get them with truth. But they call me frivolous, ooh. I do not beef on computers, I am no fool. No, I'm nothing like you. Every day I am on guard, but I cannot call whoever who faking my crew. I just know the back door isn't heavy, so I keep my eyes on everything that I see move. Some call it rude, but I call it militant vibe. We do not smile, refuse to go back and forth on computers, and we are too smart to act like we don't notice. Some notice the flow is like Nas. They to give me the cosign along with what's rhymes on crack. Say come back and see him when I was completed, and I'm gonna make it your time. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm floating on cloud nine. Protect the heavily, mama. Don't worry about me dying. God got me, I'm fine. Believe. Don't mind me. I'm floating on cloud nine. Protect the heavily, mama. Don't worry about me dying. God got me, I'm fine. Believe. Yeah, I'm in no gang, no gang, no gang, no gang, no gang, like ooh. What's all this commotion? Grown men got like females, ooh. Making moves, ain't gon' lose. Mama ain't raised no fool. I'm my own gang, do my own thing. I'm my own man, nah, ain't you.
Yo, we're on that gang kings. We're on that king shit, nigga. Over here ain't no gangs over, it's all kings. Peace to the 5% nation, the guys on earth. Salam alaikum, hamdulillah, rahmatullah, the true Muslim brothers and sisters out there. Those to King, New Jersey. This is BTBTV. We bully the bullies. And y'all know what it is. We ain't the blood or crip. We doing our own thing. BTBTV that started his own gang. Like, nigga, what? Yeah, man. This is for my West Coast affiliates. My West Coast homies. You know what I'm saying? It's not always y'all. But it's a difference. We kill people that we kill people close to us. Where we from? Being New York, New Jersey, Texas. Really ain't no out of towners getting slumped out there too tough. Because we protect them, we rocks with them. Majority of them. Somebody got some family somewhere and they rocks with them. But the thing that's going on in Dallas, Texas right now, and Texas as a whole, see, I used to live in Houston, Texas. I lived off Bama North Houston, Houston, Texas. I chilled on the south side of Houston, Texas. The niggas I chilled with was called the trauma unit. You dig? So I was cool with some known niggas out there. I rocked them, we rocked hard, gambled, got licked, got high. And it was bad back then, but it wasn't, it's not, put it like this. This trap music is igniting war and blood everywhere. This trap music, it's not trap music, what's the name of that shit? That killer music is not, I'm not saying that these young boys can't do their thing or nothing like that, but you don't have to brag when another person's family member or friend gets murdered in the song and making it seem like you did it. You dig what I'm saying? I want to show y'all something. Want to show front of man? I'm gonna show y'all this, man, because I'm gonna show you this stuff right here. And rest in peace to the young boy BFG. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to him. But I'm gonna show you something. This is what started. This is one of the things that started the whole war, or kept it going.
Peon ass niggas, they from like North Dallas. They peon in a bitch on my granny. They just eat some shit. It's like, damn, what's up? We ain't gonna walk past these niggas. We ain't gonna. We finna just change our whole route now. These niggas change their whole route on my granny, nigga. Don't even want to walk past me, nigga. What is you saying? Yeah, what is you saying? Goof ass nigga, stop playing, nigga. Nah, for real. Boy, hey, a nigga ain't do nothing to swing me. Don't let that shit fool the same nigga who was snitching and Garland. Nigga, listen. If BFG go to jail, I'm gonna be the number one nigga that's in the feds. Everybody that's with me gonna be with me in the jail with me. Ain't no snitching, ain't no none of that. Dude, want me to call this man? This man told me you snitching. What is wrong with you? The fuck? Acting just like your boss man. You want to make videos and shit just like your boss man. Is what got him flat, dumbass nigga. What is you saying? Nigga, boy, niggas better stop playing with me, boy. Real life, boy. Talking about I ran. Boy, you goofing out, nigga. I'm trying to see what that shit about. Nigga, you a hoe, nigga, on my granny, nigga. Yeah, nigga, and a lot of niggas got popped up behind my nigga. Nigga, what are you saying? Dead and everything. What is y'all saying? They can't catch these niggas. They was running too much. Fuck y'all talking about. Yeah, nigga. Stop playing, nigga. Nigga see me and get on the internet. I don't want to hear no gangster shit. I don't want to hear nothing. Oh, God, nigga. Want to hear nothing to say. On my granny, nigga. Want to hear nothing to say. On my granny, nigga. You see me and you turn around, you act, you a bitch. I'm swinging. I don't want to hear that, nigga. Oh, God. You a bitch. Let the internet believe what the internet believe. You personally is a bitch. Oh, my mom. You was a bitch. I'm swinging, nigga. Yeah, oh, God. You was a bitch. Oh, God, nigga. What did you talking about? Talking about you got 100,000. Bro, you ain't got 100 shit. Yeah, what is you saying? The fuck is you saying? You ain't got 100 nothing. What are you saying? Man, any nigga playing with me, dude, I'm finna go to South Dallas right now. I'm swinging. Any nigga playing with me, meet me in the South, man. On God. Any nigga think I'm a hoe or whatever, meet me in the South, dude. On my granny, nigga. I ain't no talking. You niggas hoes, been hoes. Niggas see me and run, go talk about it, tell another nigga about it, get on Instagram about it. I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear that, B. Don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear that. Nigga made up 1,000 stories. The security guard said, bro, why the fuck we gonna tell the security guard what we trying to do? Come on, man. What did y'all say? Y'all crazy. Bro, I don't give a fuck. What y'all gonna do? Nigga, y'all niggas hoes. What is y'all saying? Bro, first of all, brother, I'm gonna go back up there today. I'm gonna get the little camera, get the footage, get all that shit, cause I know I'm on all cameras. I'm gonna get all that for y'all. When I post this shit, leave this fluke ass nigga alone. Don't fuck with this nigga ass no more. None of that. It's gonna be a whole video of him seeing me turning around. We ain't even close enough. Nigga see me turn around, get in the car, drive off. First of all, you made a scene. You made a scene. The police right here. You get out the car, walk up, turn around, act like you walk backpedaling. Get your stupid ass on, green ass nigga. What you saying? If it's that, it's that, bro. Nah, for real. If it's that, it's that. I'm swinging, nigga. If it's that, it's that, nigga. If it's that, it's that, nigga. On God. I don't know what's wrong with you. Hey, everybody want to, since that's y'all mans, tell that broke ass nigga he needs to go get him another chain, some more teeth, some more motherfucking, another car. Goddamn, your man's is doing real bad, man. You feel me? Your man's doing real bad, dude. Your man is doing real fucking bad, dude. Real talk. And that's just on granny. Yeah, that's just on granny, nigga. Ain't shit. This not nothing. Nigga, this is your chain right here. Nah, this your chain right here. This your chain right here, twin. Chill out. You ain't having no racks. You ain't having no paper. No paper. Boy, stop playing with me. For real, though. Nah, for real. Nah, for real, though. What? Chapo. Man, what happened? Man, what happened? hey, what happened? Hey, what happened, man? Come, hey, man, come. Get on the live, dude. These niggas playing. These niggas playing gangster. That be these niggas' problem. Niggas be seeing that shit with their own too. It would be wrong with these niggas, bitch. On God. Yeah, nigga, what are you saying? What are you saying, nigga? What is you saying? That's the nigga chain right here, dude. The weak ass. Come on, dude. This right here. This is chain right here, twin. Come on, man. 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 I forgot my Kodak black shit. Come on, man. 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 I ain't trying to hear all that, bro. I ain't trying to hear all that. Come on, man. They make me go to the storage, man. Get real. Come on, man. Come on, man. Bro. He said, on my dead granny, on Sweeney, you is a bitch. On God, boy, like a real life bitch. Like, boy, you a bitch for real. On Sweeney, nigga, you see a nigga and really don't do nothing. You see a nigga and really don't do shit. Boy, you was a bitch for real. Stop playing with me, nigga, on God. Hey, dude, I'm gonna let y'all know like this. The internet, all that lame ass shit, tell a nigga go get the video. He got so much money, he can do all this. Go buy the video and show me where anybody said something about you, period. What are you saying? I'm not granny. You think I'm gonna say something about you, nigga? You broke in a bitch. You broke in a hoe. What are you saying? Stop playing, dude. What are you saying? Stop, man. Come on, man. Nigga said, I don't never see y'all. But you just see me last night. What you saying? Bro, security guard can't stop nothing. That's my security guard. They on my team. That mean y'all shoot at them. What is you saying? You gonna let, man, get your pussy ass on. You gonna let a nigga take, what, nigga? What are you saying? That's my security guards. Goof ass nigga. Make the club security guard. Nigga, them people was with me. Them people hopped out my car was with me. The people that opened my door with the step on their head was with me. Nigga, they wasn't with nobody, so shoot at them too. What are you saying? What's up, y'all? Niggas hoes, nigga. What are you saying? Niggas bitches, been bitches though. Been bitches though. On my granny. P said, you was a bitch. On Sweeney, you a hoe, nigga. What are you saying? Nigga took you on a mission. You ain't even get out the car. Get your pussy ass on. Pussy ass, nigga. All you niggas, hoes, gating a bitch, broken a bitch. You niggas living off some North Dallas niggas. Nigga, get y'all pussy ass on. He said you the brokest North Dallas nigga I ever met in my life. Get your dirty ass on. When you came in my house, somebody I shot that nigga. You know I ain't shooting nobody. You was a hoe on my granny. Nigga, yeah, we heard about you in North Dallas. You shot that nigga. They all scared of you. Get your pussy ass on. You know I ain't shooting nobody. Hoe ass nigga. Get your hoe ass on. What is you saying, nigga? Yeah. Niggas was in the middle of the street. Never moved on Sweeney, nigga. On my big granny. On my big granny, nigga. On Sweeney, nigga. What is you saying? Middle of the street, nigga, ain't never moved, dude. I'm gonna get the camera. I'm gonna get the footage for y'all though. Yeah, I'm gonna get the footage. Yeah, fuck what a nigga got on the phone and said, nigga, cause I can call my. Y'all want me to call somebody? They get on the phone and tell y'all what happened? Come on, my nigga, we ain't trying to hear that. We ain't trying to hear no phone shit. We ain't trying to hear no phone shit. You hear me? Hey man, I can't even on Swing. I can't even hear, bro. I can't even hear, bro. On J's, I can't even hear, bro. On Swing, I can't even hear, bro. Oh my God. Hey, on Swinny. But we put you in the car. You ain't do nothing. On Swinny, nigga. On Swinny, nigga. I was scared to be in there. Bro, what the fuck is you talking about? Bro, you niggas ain't never stepped on nothing. Your main man is dead. The main nigga from North Dallas, they was doing all that. Y'all moving like Moe3. Y'all need to stop that. Y'all ain't even see the causes of this shit. You want to post videos and shit. Stop putting this strings on your goddamn self. But what is wrong with you? Then you talking about some little BFG niggas. Why you even say my name? Why you even say my name? Why? You can't even show me this. Nigga said he got 100,000 in a bank. Bro, you can't even show me this.
Boss.
Sweeney, nigga. You can't even show me this, bro.
Pace.
You got 100,000 in a bank. You got 100,000 in jewelry on Sweeney grade. What are you saying? What are you saying? You ain't saying nothing to me, nigga. Little ass boy. Little ass boy. What are you saying? This shit gonna get real, nigga. 2016 real. What is you nigga saying? Yo, nigga better stop playing. Yo, act like I'm.
All right, now I want y'all to hear the story of where the beef started with Mr. Strap. You know what I'm saying? This is fair use, gang related. Salute, bruh. Appreciate the content.
And understanding from a hood nigga's point of view to all of you here, there, and everywhere. Now, before we get into the video, do me a favor real quick. Make sure you smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you're enjoying my content, please hit that notification bell so when every time I drop a new video, you will be the first to get it. Now, check me out.
Fair use.
This is an unfortunate situation, y'all. I want to send my condolences out to both of these young men's family. I want to send my condolences out and say rest in peace to the brother BFG Straap. I want to send my condolences out, and I want to say rest in peace to Kutta 900. Right, two young brothers, man. I'm talking about young, who died violently to gun violence. Right. So now let me give y'all my portion of understanding in the word that I've been getting out there in South Dallas, right? Some of the people that have been coming to me in the Instagram and just revealing their portion of understanding, and now they're allowing me to reveal it to y'all. From my understanding, the brother Straap and the brother Kutta 900 was cool once upon a time. Right. Kutta 900, everybody is saying that Kutta 900 was a part of Stretch Gang, you know, and Stretch Gang and BFG, you know what I'm saying? They going at it, they at war. But from my understanding and how it's looking, Kutta 900 wasn't a part of Stretch Gang, right? That he really ain't even fuck with Stretch Gang like that, to the point where if, you know, those that know, you will see that Number 7 and other members from Stretch Gang has not shout out no rest in pieces to, pardon me, I didn't mean no rest in pieces, but no rest in peace tributes to Kutta 900. Ain't no, you know how these youngsters do. Once one of their partners get killed, they rest in peace, my nigga. We gonna spin the block for 24 hours, 7 days a week. You know, all that old type of shit. Ain't none of that coming from Stretch Gang on the behalf of Kutta 900, right? So it just makes sense that he wasn't really a part of them, and they ain't really rocking with him like that, right? Now, they was cool. Straap and Kutta 900 was cool, right? But something happened, like it always do. Something happened, right? Now, we all know BFG Straap, he in the rap game, he doing his thing, he getting money. The brother Kutta 900, he a hustler, he still in them streets, right? All reports are saying that he was a young pimp, you know what I mean? And I'm talking about, man, he was getting his money, you know, out of women, because that was his profession, pimping and gambling. That was his thing right there. That's how he got his money. He was in the streets, but he wasn't too much a part of that gunplay shit, right? Now, what happened is, being that he this cool ass pimp nigga and shit like that, you know, he ain't too much in the streets. Straap, pardon me, Straap backdoored him, right? Straap and his partners ran up in Kutta building or his crib and robbed him. Not with a pistol, nothing like that. They burglarized while he wasn't there. Ran up in the crib, grabbed some money, and grabbed some guns, right? And you know, jewels and other little things that they can grab, right? But they burglarized the man's house. Unbeknownst to them, Kutta 900 got cameras all over the house, all over the crib. He looking at these niggas. They ghost up though, so he really can't see the face. but he can just tell by the clothing and
the Motorola Edge.
And the shoes and shit like that, right? That the niggas that's burglarizing his crib is some niggas from BFG, Straap, and some of his partners. So he bring it to the niggas, letting niggas know, hey niggas, I know y'all ran up in the crib, man. Get my money, get my pistols back. They ain't going, nigga. It wasn't us, nigga. We ain't do that shit. You know what I'm saying, nigga? That wasn't us. Nigga, I know it was y'all. I got y'all on camera. Nigga, I seen the same clothes nigga you had on. You had that shirt on. You had this up.
You heard me?
I didn't hear what you say, King.
I'm starting from the beginning for you.
All right.
Hold on 1 second. And then we're gonna go through all the beef that BFG Straap had with them niggas out there.
This is an unfortunate situation, y'all. I want to send my condolences out to both of these young men's family. I want to send my condolences out. Say rest in peace.
No, we do.
The brother BFG Straap. I want to say
I need to fit it like that size 8.
Out, and I want to say rest in peace. 900, right? 2 young brothers, man. I'm talking about young who died violently to gun violence. Right.
Fair use.
So now let me give y'all my portion of understanding in the word that I've been getting out there in South Dallas, right? Some of the people that have been coming to me in the Instagram and just revealing their portion of understanding, and now they're allowing me to reveal it to y'all. From my understanding, the brother Straap and the brother Kutta 900 was cool once upon a time, right? Kutta 900, everybody is saying that Kutta 900 was a part of Stretch Gang, you know, and Stretch Gang and BFG, you know what I'm saying? They going at it, they at war. But from my understanding and how it's looking, Kutta 900 wasn't a part of Stretch Gang, right? That he really ain't even fuck with Stretch Gang like that, to the point where if you know those that know, you will see that number 7 and other members have not shout out no rest in pieces to pardon me, I didn't mean no rest in pieces, but no rest in peace tributes to Kutta 900. Ain't no, you know how these youngsters do. Once one of their partners get killed, they rest in peace, my nigga. We gonna spin the block for 24 hours, 7 days a week. You know, all that old type of shit. Ain't none of that coming from Stretch Gang. Half of Kutta 900, right? So it just makes sense that he wasn't really a part of them, and they ain't really rocking with him like that, right? Now, they was cool. Straap and Kutta 900 was cool, right? But something happened, like it always do. Something happened, right?
Yeah, bless you.
Now,
bro. Appreciate you. Bro.
We all know BFG, Straap. He in the rap game. He doing his thing. He getting money. The brother Kutta 900, he a hustler. He's still in them streets, right? All reports are saying that he was a young pimp. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about, man, he was getting his money, you know, out of women, because that was his profession, pimping and gambling. That was his thing right there. That's how he got his money. He was in the streets, but he wasn't too much a part of that gunplay shit, right? Now, what happened is, being that he this cool ass pimp nigga and shit like that, you know, he ain't too much in the streets. Straap backdoored him, right? Straap and his partners ran up in Kutta building or his crib and robbed him. Not with a pistol or nothing like that. They burglarized him while he wasn't there. Ran up in the crib, grabbed some money, and grabbed some guns, right? And you know, jewels and other little things that they can grab, right? But they burglarized the man's house. Unbeknownst to them, Kutta 900 got cameras all over the house, all over the crib. He looking at these
all
niggas.
this allegedly.
They ghost up though, so he really can't see the face. But he can just tell by the clothing and the shoes and shit like that, right? That the niggas that's burglarizing his crib is some niggas from BFG, Straap, and some of his partners. So he bring it to the niggas, letting niggas know, hey niggas, I know y'all ran up in the crib, man. Get my money, get my pistols back. They ain't going. Nigga, it wasn't us. Nigga, we ain't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, that wasn't us. Nigga, I know it was y'all. I got y'all on camera. Nigga, I seen the same clothes, nigga, you had on. You had that shirt on, you had this on. You know, he putting this shit together. Them niggas is not going though, right? So after a while, months and months and shit like that done passed. He finally conjured up enough courage, him and some of his partners, to go over there and have a one-on-one fight with Straap. Why he do that? I don't know, y'all. I'm talking about, I ain't never seen nothing like it a day in my life, right? I'm talking about, I mean, like back in the day shit, you know, before the guns came into the picture, that's how gangsters used to get down. We gonna meet at the park, we gonna fight like a motherfucker, and then whoever run off, y'all lost, and whoever stayed won the fight. That shit right there is 1970 type shit. You understand? Before my time. You know what I mean? That shit. And in the 80s, motherfuckers started pulling guns. So that's old
That's
school
how
shit. They don't do that no more.
We fought to the 90s.
Go over there, get into a fight. He lose the fight. He lose the fight to Straap. Straap won the fight. Now this nigga done got whooped. He already mad about that. You already understand that his feelings hurt. Not only that he got whooped, his house been burglarized. He a pimp. He got I'm talking about, you know, pimps got some of the biggest egos in the motherfucking world. They got more pride than a giant, right? So he got all this pride in his ego. Feelings hurt. This nigga done whooped him. And these niggas done burglarized him. And now he got to go all the way back home like ain't nothing happened. He wasn't going for it. They said he went to the car, grabbed the strap, but when he grabbed the strap, they didn't know that he was going to the car to grab the strap. I don't understand it. And that's how he was able to get close enough to even shoot Straap in the face. Right? But then again, like I say, these niggas was cool. You see what I'm saying? And they had to been cool because ain't no way in the hell a motherfucker gonna tell you, come on, man, pull up over here, we finna fight, and y'all don't gun up, and they don't gun him down as soon as he hit the block. So they had to have some type of relationship, you know, for them to even sit up and fight, right? Set up a fight.
I'm gonna say this real quick.
He get the pole, he hits.
If a man know he did something to you, know he robbed you and stuff, why would he tell you, come on, let's fight? And not kill you as soon as you pull up.
Right. Knowing that it ain't like, this ain't like back in the days. You talking about guns, you talking about money. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if he invites you to come fight him after you say he robbed you, that means either he ain't had nothing to do with it, or he didn't respect you.
Well, he didn't respect you. Well, if he knew who it was, he couldn't respect them because, I mean, shit, whether they feel like it or not, it's some niggas that was connected to him that did it.
Yeah, but listen what I'm saying. He had that type of love because he didn't kill him as soon as he pulled up. He beat the dude up. And now listen what happens. This is all allegedly, but this is what happened. Hold up.
Hit Straap. As soon as he hit Straap, all of BFG, everybody that was out there that had poles on him, laid it on him. That's why a lot of people saying they look like he got hit with a switch and all that old type of shit. No, he got hit with multiple guns from multiple people. All at once. When he failed, they ran up on him and gave him some more. His homeboys ran and left him. Dead. Bad situation. They see how bad that Straap hit. They grab Straap, put him in the car, trying to save his life, ride to the hospital. But he died at the hospital. Rest in peace to both of them young brothers. Now, let me say this right here, man. To all you brothers, I'm talking about classic and young.
All right. Now, before we go to another, let's touch on this. So you hear the story, right?
Yeah.
This was allegedly happened. You, my mans, you call me, accuse me of having something to do with your home being burglarized. Nigga, I got nothing to do with that. I wouldn't do that. She my man's, whatever. What you talking about, bro? Got nothing to do with me, bro. You keep blaming me. So I say, you know what? We can shoot the fade. You think it's me? We can shoot the fade when we shoot the fade. Now you come, we shoot the fade. If we shooting the fade, I told you to come shoot the fade. Well, I could have had you come up there and lined you up and got you murked right there. That means I got some type of love for you in a way. You know what I mean? So after we shoot the fade and I knuckle you down, you gonna go to the car and get a gun and come back and shoot me?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yo, man, that's some whole shit, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. A lot, and I know a lot of pimps, but I know a lot of thorough people. I know a lot of soft, pussy ass niggas that pimp women. A lot of niggas that pimp women, they got a complex anyway.
Oh yeah.
They got a bad complex. So they got big egos. They didn't get no respect on the streets from the niggas, but the chicks love them.
Right.
And the chicks can respect, so they're blowing their ego more and more and more.
Yep. No, I'm with you on that. I'm like you said, if it was supposed to have been a fair one, and then he got mad. But see, that's how it is nowadays, man. It's the young generation, man. Like I said, and then again, and he's supposed to be a pimp. He's supposed, like I said, he shouldn't even put himself in no altercation like that anyway, or put himself in that situation. I thought players were supposed to be player. So, that's the shit. It's fucked. It's unfortunate anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we go right back to what we were saying before about the black on black violence, man. The shit just, it's just unnecessary shit. Like I said, to the point where you get so hurt and your pride so hurt that you can't take it, but niggas get paid to box and fight. And that's one thing about it. Like I said, some places, some cultures, traditions of people do it. You take the fade. The fade is not a sign of you getting whooped. The fade is the sign that you came to take the fade.
Yeah, that you showed you that heart, no pussy.
Right, that's it. That's his fade. See, this is where the people got the fade fucked up. The fade is to say, man, I'm a man, because if you don't, you running from it. But if you're fighting, y'all both fight, you dab each other up, and it's a respect thing. It's like boxing. You can box a motherfucker and whoop him, but you ain't got to, after that, go shoot him, go gun him down after you done fought him in the ring or something. Come on, man.
I'm gonna tell you, if you shooting a fair fight and you whooping a nigga, you whooped him, you shouldn't be stopping and kicking a nigga in the face. That make a nigga.
Yeah. That shit.
Well, I heard he boxed him down, beat him up. You know what I'm saying? The guy he let him get up and let him get up to leave. He go to his car to his trunk. Everybody thinking it's over probably because this nigga ain't built like that.
Right.
But you gotta put yourself in the mind of a pimp.
Oh yeah, because that would have crushed his whole game right there.
Ego.
Yeah.
He let this little young boy whoop him. They both was young though, but he let this boy whoop him. You get what I'm saying? And then then there was also he was beefing with this shit called Stretch Gang, Moe3 peoples.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let you know right now. I got it here. Let me see. I'll let you right now. Hold up.
Y'all hit that like button coming inside the chat. Hit that like button, share, subscribe.
Yeah, TrapboyFreddy. He was down with TrapboyFreddy.
Okay.
Yeah, he was down with TrapboyFreddy.
Okay, so that's the same guy that number 7 Celebrate. The Moe3 artist. He ended up getting a B&B and he got some champagne and shit like that.
For BFG, he was celebrating BFG's death. TrapboyFreddy and BFG was like this.
Okay.
Tight. So that's how that. So it's all that come from Moe3. Let me see something. Hold on. I'm gonna find this shit. TrapboyFreddy on Moe3. You'll see what I'm talking about. Because all this shit's gonna come together. Now, old boy, he's saying that he was a part of. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Freddy. Celebrating Moe3. Moe3. Here we go right here. Let's see. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna play this one. I'm gonna play this real quick. Hold on.
The motherfucking freeway blocked out. Need to get y'all shit together, dog. God damn. This ain't on the fucking freeway. And all the freeway blocked off all. Man, whoever got the motherfucking freeway blocked out need to get y'all.
All right, here we go. Hold up. Oh, here we go right here.
Okay. Yeah.
Nah, I can't play that shit, boy.
Right.
All right, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Trap statements and making it possible to start a war out here. I'm talking about a war that's kind of a little bit brazy and different. You know what I mean? I gotta understand the situation, man. So I'm looking at the whole situation the way it's supposed to be, and we can say it don't make no sense. Beefing with Moe old on the day of that interview.
Quiet for a long time. You know, you've done your shit on Instagram, but you never really came out with an official track.
Big E, salute.
Talking about certain things. You know, let's talk about that. The whole the way you structured the record. It's a classic sample. Let's talk about Shirt.
Shit. I'm in the studio. I had my nigga send me some beats.
Nah, he goes in.
I got like 70 more of them hoes too.
Fair use, fair use.
It's the record on Twitter. It was going crazy. On Instagram, it went crazy. Damn near 100,000 likes on Say Cheese. Your shit was going bananas. I was watching your shit. Your story was going crazy. But it was a divide. Some people felt like,
oh, definitely.
let it. Some people felt like Trap Boy, let it go. Like, let it go, bro. It's over.
It's never can be let go. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some people probably won't never understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could you let go of your partner? How could you let go a nigga talking about your partner that was just dead? Like, how could you let go having a
Yeah. So how long are you gonna keep this shit going?
Since the first day he dropped the first diss song. So you go on YouTube wherever he put it at and go look at the date, and that's how long I'm gonna do it. Unless it's 4 people. It's 4 people who opinion matter to me. But it gotta be all 4 of them. It can't be 1, it can't be 3, it gotta be 4 for 4. And I never say their name, and they have nothing to do with rap, have nothing to do with gangsters, they have nothing to do with none of that. You know what I'm saying? These real life personal people that I love and care for. They're the only people that can tell me.
Man, this is wild, man. The fact that he still got this going on, it tells you to the level of degree of how Trapboy Freddy is feeling about the entire beef, what he's been going through. Now we know his homie, his brazy homie, Yellow Beezy, just got raided the other day for weapons violation, a whole lot going on in the car. And these are unrelated charges towards the Moe3 freeway educational purpose incident. Now, when we go to Trap Boy Freddy, he's saying to the world that, look, man, this guy, Moe3, has been dissing me for the last 3 years and some change. Nobody made a peep. Nobody made a word. Nobody said nothing. Nobody had me and my better interests and the best hands of things. So I'm going to take advantage of it. Now, Sean Cotton, shout out to Say Cheese. Y'all go subscribe to Say Cheese TV. He was more of, how you said, straightforward with folks out here. So he's going to tell Trap Boy Freddy, I mean, what's the point? Why? And he's like, he kept going for 3 years strong. So Sean Cotton wanted to know a date. When is going to stop? When is this going to not be persistent anymore and continue to go? And Trap Boy Freddy said, go check it out. Go look at the date he did his thing. Go see what's going on with that. And the date that he did is this first. Well, that's going to be the date I'm going to stop mine. That's going to be the date that I'm not going to keep going back.
All right, now check now. Look at this. Was OG Percy said something about it. I rock with OG Percy. I just want you to see what he said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
OG Percy was hot about this shit.
Bring me a bowl.
Fair use.
Hey, somebody bring me a bowl. I got the bottles. I got bottles coming. Bring me a bowl, man. We smoking out the bowl today. I promise. Everybody getting lit. Pull up on me. Let's get it. And find me an Airbnb plug. We popping bottles all night. I'll bet not tell me to chill back.
Hey, real tone, it's some real money in the room. Well, number 7, Moe3's artist, had a lot to say about Strap's death. He started celebrating, you know, he threw an online party. You know, affiliates of 7, they toasted. And you know, Strap and 7, just full disclaimer, had a big internet beef years ago.
Hey, Tune, don't be putting me in all this.
I'm not trying to.
But I'm staying to say this. Don't worry. It's a grave for everybody. Tell them that. Tell them to toast it in.
Yeah.
Tell them to toast it. It's a grave for everybody. Well, you know, when you toast the stuff like that, well, let me know where you at really.
You guys know how it is when you buy a new Mac. It's super fast at first, and then pretty soon after it starts to slow down. That's probably because you haven't.
Yeah.
No, not as an artist, as a man. As a black man on top of that. We already get the balloon release, nigga. We don't need that ain't went to popping a nigga worth a bottle now. Did you ever get a nigga $5? You get what I'm saying? He worth a bottle now. Is that in disrespect?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sound about right. It's about right. I could, you gonna rather see respect nowadays. They don't do that no more. Used to pop bottles when niggas came home. Pop Chris.
All right. Now, what I want to know, right, is how come you celebrate niggas' death if you ain't do it yourself, nigga? You wasn't man enough to run up and do it yourself, but you'll celebrate somebody else killing them. And you don't even give a shout out, rest in peace to the guy who did it.
Right. But you know the way, you know how it is in the game too. Like I said again, it's like you said, they all connected somehow. So whoever's connected, they all connected. So there's always somebody, you know what I'm saying, that don't know nobody. So that's why I say with that right there, that's where the politics in the streets come in at, because you already know. Like, if motherfuckers celebrating, he got to know somebody that would, you know what I'm saying, for him to be able to do that. So that's why I said it gets crazy, man, especially in the South, especially the politics in the South, because it's all different. Everybody, you know, every area is something different. But yeah, in the South it's different, dog.
Yeah. The South is crazy, man. I told you I lived in Houston, Texas.
Yeah. So you know, like I said, it's if they've been feuding for 3 years, man. You talking about family members and cousins and people that, you know, everybody grew up with and ran with, they cousins. You know, it's a whole, you know, because they don't really do the whole gang thing. They do sections. So, you know, you don't know who could be beefing.
And then look, you got this right here going, hold on. We're about to pull this up for you. We got this right here. Fair use. Now they're about to start more drama. Fair use.
Single video. If you listen to my voice right now, go ahead and like the video and hit the notification so you get a notification every single time I drop a video. Anyway, so the Dallas Streets and of course the hip hop community lost BFG Straap yesterday. You already know. BFG Straap was not the only person that died. It was actually in a shootout with a guy that goes by the name of Kutta 900. Now they are saying, the streets are saying that Kutta 900 was actually a pimp. You know, talking about, and allegedly some type of fight was supposed to take place with Kutta 900 and also BFG Straap. Man, you know, the guy Kutta 900 actually ended up getting shot, and it looks like he got shot with a switch. That's why he was the one that picture that's going around in the video is actually him laying on the ground. You know, talking about with his brains are kind of out, and his face is pretty much shot off on one side of his face. Anyways, and then of course BFG was rushed to the hospital because he allegedly got shot in his face as well, and he actually passed away. Now the parties from both sides, you know, I'm talking about the BFG Straap crew, and then of course, you know, I'm talking about the Kutta 900 crew, both are saying that they gonna slide for their partners 100%. Now, you know, to my Kutta 900, one of his girls actually went live, and then she didn't just go live by herself. She went live with some of the gangsters that were pretty much cool with Kutta 900, and they was pretty much like, here, y'all saying rest in peace Kutta 900, but that was my brother. We gonna slide for my brother. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we gonna slide for Kutta. You know what I'm talking about? We gonna slide.
Yesterday though, early in the morning.
And I'm from the same place you from. Yeah, we gonna slide for Kutta. Y'all
Yeah.
live. We gonna cut up.
We came from the boot. Yeah.
We gonna cut up for Kutta. Huh? Y'all talking about?
And Blue on here.
Live.
And Blue on
They
here.
ain't talking about nigga.
Cause that's his partner, Blue.
Hey, who them dudes? Man, some gangsters.
That's his partners that he called already.
Real partners that he was calling.
This morning, yo.
Man, you know. So pretty much, you know, I'm talking about, they pretty much said that those were the guys that Kutta was calling. So obviously, you know, I'm talking about, Kutta already knew, you know, I'm talking about that he was about to go meet up and try to get into some type of fight or whatever that was going to go on. And those are the guys that he was calling for his protection and for his backup. Now, not sure if they were with him or not during the actual incident, but you know, I'm talking about,
yeah, they was. They ran.
Yeah, we the one, he with his real partners. You know, I'm talking about, he was calling us in the morning time. You know, I'm talking about. Anyways, now of course, you know, I'm talking about number 7's pretty much been trolling BFG Straap, and he woke up this morning and he had a message with a big old smile on his face, and he said, "Good morning." Man, you know, that caused BFG Straap day one partner pretty much to come out and say, "Dead trolls, you know I'm gonna spin by my brother." And then, of course, he went on to post a long message pretty much saying how traumatized he was because this guy, I guess he was, no, not I guess, he was actually with BFG Straap, I guess, on the way to the hospital. And he actually posted pictures, you know, of blood all over his hands and stuff like that. And obviously that was the blood of BFG Straap. And he pretty much wrote a long message explaining it. And he said, "To be honest, I'm traumatized. My best friend blood was all over my body, watching them die eye to eye. Lord knows what we've been through. Boy, we used to starve together. You've been told, yo, don't get your hands dirty no more. You too big for that. But I'm finna make it though, like you knew I was. You had so much faith in me when I lost faith in myself. You motivated me. Can't believe this happened. I've been too sleepy at deep thinking. It's Sweeney's birthday, boy. We was finna start up and I'm lost out here now." So pretty much Sweeney is a guy that BFG Straap always mentioned in his song.
That's his first cousin. Sweeney was his first cousin.
Today is actually Sweeney's birthday, and that's actually BFG Straap cousin who actually got killed as well.
He got killed before BFG Straap came home.
Trap the Don was pretty close and cool with BFG
by
Straap,
Moe3 people.
And he also came out and said something as well. He said, "Baby boy, I hate this for you, man. You F me up with this one. You were supposed to shoot our video today, man. Prayers up for your family." Anyways, so the streets of Dallas is taking his loss hard, and it's kind of like double the loss simply because not only was it BFG Straap, but also the guy that he had a shootout with. So now you got both parties that pretty much, I'm talking about, want to get some get back for their people. Let me know something. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal.
All them same niggas that ran and left them talk about they gonna ride for their homie now. Them same niggas let them left them dead in the street, right?
That's crazy. If they the ones that was there and they said they was going to supposed to go ride with them, I'm like, shit. Well, why they didn't ride?
Well, you ride to, nigga. Them niggas rolled out of town. They gone. And there's one of his girls and shit posting like, yo.
And these females, they be the main ones urging this shit up. They talking about, yeah, we gonna ride. It's like, man, it's crazy nowadays, man. It's like, man, who does that shit, man? You know, and it's sad, man. Motherfuckers just sit there and they think the shit is so, like, it's funny. Like, come on, man. Like, this shit is not, that shit ain't, it's sad because you don't see it no other culture, man. I was telling my homeboy, you don't see that shit no other culture where, I mean, literally, you putting messages up. That shit is crazy, man. It's sick.
John Muhammad, peace to the God.
Peace to the gods and earth.
Salute.
Yo, yeah, what we talking about? We talking about this BFG Straap, this young rapper from Dallas that got killed.
True indeed.
And he was accused of robbing the dude's house. The dude was too scared to go see him for months. He didn't go see him. Once he finally went to see him, they short the fade. He beat the dude up. After he beat the dude up, the dude went to his car, got a gun, and shot old boy in the face. Once he shot a boy in the face, his homies aired him out and stood over him and put some on the other nigga face. You know what I'm saying? The other dude that lost, the pimp nigga that lost, his boys ran and left him. So they picked Straap up and take him to the hospital. He died at the hospital. My problem is now these dudes on the internet talk about, oh, we're gonna ride, we're gonna slide for our home, we're gonna do this. Then y'all did slid. Y'all slid down here when he got killed. Y'all ran. What they're doing is they're gonna keep this shit going on, what's gonna cause more and more violence and death. You know what I'm saying?
God, what they don't see is the hidden hand behind the plan. They've created this culture, they've influenced the culture, pardon me. Yeah. When you take the authority away from people that give birth, meaning that when you give birth to a child, you're supposed to become a parent. A parent's job is to protect, profess, and provide. We have become breeders and custodians instead of parents. So for the last 40 years, we've had this culture of a feminine mindset because that's been our predominant example of success, guide, authoritarian leadership has been predominantly the female in our community for the last 35 years. See, the culture, the woman has always had a prominent, balanced, strong presence and activity of responsibility in our communities. However, up until 35 years ago, the position of leadership and physical authority has always been the Black man. Yeah. Now that isn't present, so we have a whole generation, a whole
mama boy
culture, right, of boys that don't grow up to become men. And without the presence of masculine resolution, we have this dysfunction, and you become emotional, you become effeminate, and you be reacting with careful reaction to whatever happens to you. Normally, you're supposed to just fight. Hey, look, nigga, I lost. If I disagree with the loss, then I'm gonna see you again, and we fight again, and we fight until either I get a certain level of respect, or we leave each other alone out of respect. And that's called masculine resolution. It's called discipline. Having the ability to do what's necessary when it's supposed to be done. We don't do that because we have an emotional reaction instead of a logical reaction. So when they got into the initial fight could have been prevented if they would have addressed it in a civil manner or with logic as men. But you address it with an emotional reaction. Therefore, it escalates emotionally, and you have someone trying to put a definitive statement out of fear on a situation.
All right, I want you, yo, God, I want you to hear something. I want to play something. I want you to hear it, all right?
True.
I want you to build on this for me. Because you know, we all wise and civilized, right? So let's build on this. Hold on, what's the guy's name? Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Hold up. I'm about to pull it up again. Hold up, 1 second. Yeah, you keep building, guy. I'm listening to you. I'm just trying to find this for you.
Fact of the matter is, we got to create a law in our communities, bro. And that's not being created. We're allowing them and the internet to create the law that they living by. And men gotta, somehow, bro, we just gotta step up, man, and start taking over our communities again. Yeah, this shit gonna be rampant, bro. I watched it be rampant from 88 to 94.
Yeah.
And we took, we took charge of our communities, and we did it in a way we were combating the change, but we did it. The problem is we dropped the ball because as we got older, the youth undercame a new influence. And we got to always remember, bro, when we looking at ourselves, we got to look at how we got here and why we here and who placed us in this condition, because we are in a condition. If the shit not happening to the Irish boys, if it's not happening to the Italian boys, if it's not happening to the Chinese, the Taiwanese, the Korean communities, there's a problem with it happening with us. And everybody kill each other, but nobody killing like we kill. Period.
Hold on. Hold on. I found it. I found it for you. Hold on. Well, 1 minute mark.
His family, I want to send my condolences out and say rest in peace to the brother BFG Straap. I want to send my condolences out.
You got the story from the inside source.
To Kutta 900. Right. Two young brothers, man. I'm talking about young who died violently to gun violence, right? So now let me give y'all my portion of understanding in the word that I've been getting out there in South Dallas, right? Some of the people that have been coming to me in the Instagram and just revealing their portion of understanding, and now they're allowing me to reveal it to y'all. From my understanding, the brother Straap and the brother Kutta 900 was cool once upon a time, right? Kutta 900, everybody is saying that Kutta 900 was a part of Stretch Gang, and Stretch Gang and BFG, you know what I'm saying? They going at it, they at war. But from my understanding and how it's looking, Kutta 900 wasn't a part of Stretch Gang, right? That he really ain't even fuck with Stretch Gang like that, to the point where if those that know, you will see that Number 7 and other members from Stretch Gang has not shout out no rest in pieces to pardon me, I didn't mean no rest in pieces, but no rest in peace tributes to Kutta 900. Ain't no, you know how these youngsters do. Once one of their partners get killed, they rest in peace, my nigga. We gonna spin the block for 24 hours, 7 days a week. All that old type of shit. Ain't none of that coming from Stretch Gang on the behalf of Kutta 900, right? So it just makes sense that he wasn't really a part of them, and they ain't really rocking with him like that, right? Now, they was cool. Straap and Kutta 900 was cool, right? But something happened, like it always do. Something happened, right? Now, we all know BFG Straap, he in the rap game. He doing his thing. He getting money. The brother Kutta 900, he a hustler. He still in them streets, right? All reports are saying that he was a young pimp. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about, man, he was getting his money, out of women, because that was his profession, pimping and gambling. That was his thing right there. That's how he got his money. He was in the streets, but he wasn't too much a part of that gunplay shit, right? Now, what happened is, being that he this cool ass pimp nigga and shit like that, he ain't too much in the streets. Straap backdoored him,
allegedly,
right? Straap and his partners ran up in Kutta building or his crib and robbed him. Not with a pistol, nothing like that. They burglarized him while he wasn't there. Ran up in the crib, grabbed some money, and grabbed some guns, right? And jewels and other little things that they can grab, right? But they burglarized the man's house. Unbeknownst to them, Kutta 900 got cameras all over the house, all over the crib. He looking at these niggas. They ghost up though, so he really can't see the face. but he can just tell by the clothing and the shoes and shit like that, right? That the niggas that's burglarizing his crib is some niggas from BFG, Straap, and some of his partners. So he bring it to the niggas, letting niggas know, hey niggas, I know y'all ran up in the crib, man. Get my money, get my pistols back. They ain't going, nigga. It wasn't us, nigga. We ain't do that shit. You know what I'm saying, nigga? That wasn't us, nigga. I know it was y'all. I got y'all on camera, nigga. I seen the same clothes, nigga. You had on. You had that shirt on. You had this on. You know he putting this shit together. Them niggas is not going though, right? So after a while, months and months and shit like that done passed. He finally conjured up enough courage, him and some of his partners, to go over there and have a one-on-one fight with Straap. Why he do that? I don't know, y'all. I'm talking about, I just don't. I ain't never seen nothing like it today in my life, right? I'm talking about, I mean, like back in the day shit, you know, before the guns came into the picture, that's how gangsters used to get down. We gonna meet at the park, we gonna fight like a motherfucker, and then whoever run off, y'all lost, and whoever stayed won the fight. That shit right there is 1970 type shit. You understand? Before my time. You know what I mean? That shit. And in the 80s, motherfuckers started pulling guns. So that's old school shit. They don't do that no more. Go over there, get into a fight. He lose the fight. He lose the fight to Straap. Straap won the fight. Now this nigga done got whooped. He already mad about that. You already understand that his feelings hurt. Not only that he got whooped, his house been burglarized. He a pimp. He got I'm talking about, you know, pimps got some of the biggest egos in the motherfucking world. They got more pride than a giant, right? So he got all this pride in his ego. Feelings hurt. This nigga done whooped him. And these niggas done burglarized him. And now he got to go all the way back home like ain't nothing happened. He wasn't going for it. They said he went to the car, grabbed the strap, but when he grabbed the strap, they didn't know that he was going to the car to grab the strap. I don't understand it. And that's how he was able to get close enough to even shoot Straap in the face. Right? But then again, like I say, these niggas was cool. You see what I'm saying? And they had to been cool because ain't no way in the hell a motherfucker gonna tell you, come on, man, pull up over here, we finna fight, and y'all don't gun up, and they don't gun him down as soon as he hit the block. Mm-hmm. So they had to have some type of relationship, you know, for them to even sit up and fight, right? Set up a fight. He get the pole, he hit Straap. As soon as he hit Straap, all of BFG, everybody that was out there that had poles on him, laid it on him. That's why a lot of people saying that it looked like he got hit with a switch and all that old type of shit. No, he got hit with multiple guns from multiple people. All at once. When he failed, they ran up on him and gave him some more. His homeboys ran and left him. Dead. Bad situation. They see how bad that Straap hit. They grab Straap, put him in the car, trying to save his life, ride to the hospital. But he died at the hospital. Rest in peace to both of them young brothers.
All right, y'all, we back.
Yeah.
Ja.
True indeed, God.
All right, now, you heard the story he gave, right?
Facts.
So I was telling Cross, right? I was like, yo, bro, they had to have some type of love for each other, even for him to fight him, you know what I'm saying? And for him, an innocent man, I mean, a guilty man ain't gonna tell you to come to his territory to shoot the fade, right? While shooting you, while a guilty man gonna tell you to come fight me and not kill you when you get there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
that's my point. There's no real masculine culture in the hood, bro. Everything is based on feelings and emotion. F&Es get your ass killed because niggas then say they ain't responsible for what happened because they were feeling some type of a way. But only a woman is allowed to get away with that shit. And she's only allowed to get away with it once before the lesson is learned. So why, You know, why do we have, like I told you in the past, we have to adopt a national culture, man, with local communities, man. We got to make local law based on what we do as a community. Like the brother said, it's not just happening in LA. No, it's not, my brother. It's happening by design nationally. And if we don't become unapologetically black overnight, nationally, don't matter where you're from and how you doing and what you're doing, this type shit gonna keep happening over and over again because we've created a culture where evil is fair seeming, or killing another black person now comes with less consequence. So some brothers fought, and that should have been it. Once we fight, that's it. And that's why nobody was on guard.
Take your ass.
Well, you know what? And here's the problem I have anyway. Think about what he said. He said he came back later. This was way down. He didn't. It wasn't like he went and retaliated right after. He didn't even want the smoke. He didn't want the problems anyway. That's why he took a bunch of niggas. That's why he said he had never seen no shit like that. They were supposed to square that out. He didn't want to fight them anyway, like you said. And that scared niggas kill niggas. I tell people, a scared nigga kill a nigga before a real nigga would. Because a real nigga come, he gonna try to handle it like a real nigga, but a scared nigga gonna kill a real nigga real quick.
And it's that team too. The reason he came back later is because you got to think. The brother described him as a pimp. So as a pimp, his whole activity, his whole makeup has always been based on the activity of women. And when you're dealing with things on the activity of women, you are emotionally, you are socially, you are by presentation the protector or the man, the guide. When you get niggas around you, you put them up under the same damn spell that you got them women up under until you encounter real niggas. When you encounter real niggas, the niggas that you with, you got to do extreme shit just to keep face with them niggas so you can keep them up under you. Once you go down, them niggas running because you was everything to them niggas like them women you had up under your spell.
Exactly.
Was everything to you.
Right. And not only that, think about it, it's just like you said, it was an emotional trait because men are logical. Most men is logical, be like, okay, well, look, this is what he did. Okay, if he didn't do it, he would have logically, but when he's around a bunch of people that's emotional, they souping his head up. He's feeling embarrassed based off a persona that he really didn't even want to live anyway.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So then when he went up there to approach this man, he had no intentions really to fight. He really thought the nigga was probably, you know how niggas used to do back in the days, keep talking. And then when the nigga whooped his ass, he like, damn, I can't believe that. So now he really hurt. Because like I said, there's no way in the hell you drive up to go and you get your ass whooped because you wanted to shoot him anyway. You should have just pulled up and shot him. But you didn't want to shoot the nigga.
He ain't want to fight him, bro. That's the problem right now we got. It's image. That's vanity. And vanity is a deadly sin. Women don't just have it. Men have it too. The equation of vanity to men is called pride. And when you get that false persona, give a false perception of who you actually are. And like he said, he was getting money. One thing we not doing, my brother, the brother said about the 70s and the 80s. Bro, back in the 80s, that was my era of gangsterism and street. The 90s was my era. Yeah. Bro, we fought. The problem was when they integrated that gang culture to the East from the West by popularity, they popularized it with commercializing it. We got it over here. We ain't had no discipline, no culture. We just started wilding out. While over there, we seen it in movies, from Boys in the Hood to Menace to Society. We seen blatant, broad daylight gun another nigga down. And over here we didn't have that as a culture because the East Coast was more Islamic founded rather than the West Coast. On the East Coast, we were second generation revolutionaries. On the West Coast, their revolutionary activity was with the gun, like the Black Panther Party. So now we're looking at us as being the children and grandchildren of that culture and that history, and we're exemplifying it, but we're doing it in a savage state rather than a civilized revolutionary state, which was against the real enemy. And that's our problem brother's not obeying the law. If they said that brother had money and he was a pimp. Well, bro, you know getting robbed come with the game.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to let that robbery go, bro, and walk around like that shit didn't happen because you ain't no stick-up kid.
But you know what? And like you said, and you know, me growing up on the East, and everybody knew back then, it's foreign kids, foreign whips. We did all that. So when you hit a nigga, a real nigga that get money, that shit don't do nothing. We ain't gonna never let you see us sweat. We gonna come back and we gonna do it 2 times harder and stunt. And then the next time you come back, I got you.
I'm waiting.
I got you.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that's a part of the game too. When the stick-up kid get got. See, that's a part of the game too. When it first you on the draw rights the law.
Yes,
and
come on, man.
you hit. So that these laws are not applicable, just like his boys talking about they gonna ride. No, you knew your mans was wrong in the beginning if someone taught you right. But what they taught you was Grand Theft Auto. See? They taught you that bullshit.
They Call of Duty shit.
Yeah. But they ain't soldiers. They not soldiers like Call of Duty. They just die like casualties in Call of Duty.
Right.
See, the soldiers in Call of Duty are trained.
Well, you look at it too, and at the same time, that's why the retaliation ain't right straight ahead too, because they everything is a sneaky shit. That's why you see these dudes; they don't run out and catch them sneaking at all times, and that's where the shit is cowardice. Because it's almost like you're not supposed. That's yellow. That's a yellow back. You know what I'm saying? That's a yellow belly when you shoot somebody with their back turned. That's why I said ain't nothing gangster about running down on somebody, man.
Your word is bond. Don't you see the newspapers? When we were in the street shooting, bro, it was called shootouts. Yeah. Now it's called shootings, meaning that one person was unarmed.
That's
and we protest about niggas running around getting shot by these policemen unarmed. You're only following the culture that the police led, nigga. They've been killing us forever unarmed, and you only find pleasure in killing an unarmed black man because when I got a gun, you want to run. See, them niggas with him had guns. They just wasn't killers. See?
They wasn't killers, yeah.
Word up. And they found themselves in the kill box, bitch. And they ran while they leader, their pimp, see, influenced them to come there, and he let them put the battery in his back to go get the nigga that did something to him. When in reality, he's supposed to been teaching them niggas, look, we making this much money. Damn, they fucked up my Benz. I gotta go get a Rolls. Like, see, that, like, you can't, it's the game is fucked up, bro. And we didn't teach them the game because, like I tell people, the internet is teaching them the game. Just like the internet teach them how to dress.
Yeah, God.
You gotta
thing too, God. Think about this. Them niggas have masks on their face, so you don't know who they are. You talking about by their clothes.
Bro, you shouldn't even care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When a nigga got you, bro. And that's the reality that's the part of being in the game. Like, see, it's frustrating because I'm like, damn, if they speak in another language, but they trying to do the same shit. Like when we telling you, I hear the young brother, I was on the podcast just the other day, born. The young brother like, well, y'all old heads, y'all the one made it like this. Like, what was y'all niggas at? And I told him, I said, nigga, we was up under the same spell like y'all up under. It's just that when we broke the trance, when we broke the trance of that spell, bro, we began doing shit, and they just switched the method on how they delivered the spell. So they put our children in the matrix. They was born in this shit. That's why our children are digital and technical, and we're not, because they were born in a system that was already engineered to control the way they think and function. The youth, if you get somebody 30 and under, bro, and you tell them something direct based on experience, they gotta Google it to find out whether it has any authenticity to it. And it's fucked up, but that's the way it is. So we have to physically take control of our hoods, bro. And the only way we do that is we lay a law and penalize those that violate it.
No, Ja, you touched on something because, for example, when we were growing up back in the days, some that our grandmother or our aunt and them that again wasn't as educated, they would tell us something, we would believe it, and it would hold it as law. These kids nowadays, you tell them something, the motherfuckers will pull out the phone right in front of you and be like, I just want to see if it's real. You like, God damn, like, You don't believe me? They will believe something in their hand that does not work. Don't know who creating these apps before they believe a person standing right in front of them, and it's sad.
But if you were born in the Matrix, your physical parent isn't your parent. It was your breeder, and your parent is the system, and that's where we don't understand what they did to us, bro. In 1999. All of us was alive then. I'm quite sure as adults. Y'all remember Y2K, right?
Yeah, that was funny. That was some funny shit.
But you know what Y2K was? It was a reminder for the conscious to get paired, but it had the unconscious in hysteria. But what they didn't realize was it really happened. It happened just the way they said. No one realized that remember, everything was supposed to shut down, and then everything was supposed to reboot and reload in the world electronically, and we was going to be taken off system. We was going to be hit for a while. We're going to have to deal with our survival kits for a couple months because like they had everybody in hysteria, like the sky was falling or the aliens was coming. So that was our introduction, and that was they uploaded a program on us then, bro. And it hit our children, and our children were the reboot. So now our children were born in the Matrix. And if you remember the movie, bro, Neo was already older, and everybody else that was a part of Zion was older, but they were fighting the people that they were their age, but was sublimed to the system that the children were born in. And when Neo was reborn, in order to interact, he was born in a field of incubators, and all the incubators had children that were connected to the system as fetuses, and they were being developed to become people that function under the system. So that's how our children are right now, bro. And we have to break the code, the programming, and you got to do it physically. You cannot do it digitally. You have to do it analog, and that's our problem, bro. We're disconnected. And
that's some deep stuff, like you say, because basically when you look at it, in like you said, in the Matrix world, we're basically co-parents. We're not. We just co-parenting the kids.
Yeah.
Because the electronics became the main source, which it makes. And I think, like you said, with that Y2K, that's where they shut down. It was a reboot of everybody's brain and the lower the vibration, the lower everybody's vibration, which brought in, again, so-called quote unquote, that mumble rap started coming in.
Actual fact, a new language.
A whole new language. They brought in whole new language. And I try to tell people got to understand when we were growing up and we used to take tests at the end of the week, we took spelling tests. You take off that ing, it's a spell. We think that we're smart enough. We take the words and they said, okay, we'll call it ebonics. But you can't cast a spell on a witch if it ain't the right spell.
Right. Or if they already have a protective spell.
Right. So therefore, when they say the English language is powerful, especially when it comes in the court systems, or they say, quote unquote, we don't know how to talk, it's a true fact because we don't follow. We went to school to get out of school to use the same words. Because like they say, words can't come back voided if you're using the words against them. But we use a lot of we want to use broken up English, and we're thinking that we're smart, that we're doing that, and they're saying that spell doesn't work on us. Not in our culture. You see what I'm saying? We're speaking a whole nother language that we're not using against the enemy to fight back with. That's why they understand the law. That's why they understand to go through the rep. That's why us as black folks, when laws don't get passed, the first thing we blame is a president, knowing in the laws, the president does not make no rules for what goes on in your city.
Nope. He's just a supervisory over the three major cabinets of government. And most of us don't even know the cabinets of government. Neither do we know how to function or govern ourselves. And that's the first, that's what knowledge of self gives you. It gives you the systematical answers to governing yourself, making you the sole, what we call the sole controller.
That's right.
That's being in recognition of who you are. That's being God, one who rules with force and power. And if you don't understand that you have the force to exercise power, then it's going to be a problem. You're going to be used as a tool and as a slave. And that's our reality right now, bro. Back to what you were saying with that language. That language is crucial because our children are speaking a language that's coded for them, but not by them. And and the parents, once again, say the same thing. Man, what's that noise y'all are speaking? I choose to study the coding so I can decode it and then go back. That's why I teach the youth from the source. If we teach them by example,
hold up.
I believe the three of us is men.
Let me show you something real quick. I just see something that Markeith was saying, Markeith Bankroll. Parents are getting high with their children.
Fact.
That's fact.
That's a fact. Well, they learned, like you said, back in the days, one thing, God bless the dead. My mom used to always say, I'm not your friend, I'm your mama.
Facts.
And that's where a lot of them get them misconstrued. Because like I said, even when we was in the streets, we wasn't worried about the police and the niggas doing something. We was worried about our grandmama or our mama found out, or our aunties found out. Or so, your grandmama said, baby, I heard this about you that would crush you more. You could be getting a lot of money. But if you heard somebody family say that nowadays, these dudes sit down and the grandmama, the granny's taking perks with the kids, they twerking. Everybody want 15 minutes of fame because they don't, again, we go back to what me and Ja was saying.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you some wild shit, right? All right, so they raided my house and shit. My mom got locked up and shit. My mom came right home, whatever, because she was an addict at the time. But when she was in there, the day she was in there, as soon as she came home, she called me. Look, why? Come down to the house. I'm like, all right, Ma. I was like 16, 17. This right after I got a job. I quit basketball. I said, fuck y'all. Y'all fuck my scholarship. Y'all playing with me. So, you know what I'm saying? This is all this shit, right? So I go home. Go see my mom's and shit. As soon as I get there, she's like, I heard you had the best crack in Elizabeth. I'm like, huh?
What?
She's like, yeah, Alice told me. She's talking about a lady uptown while I was hustling. Because my mom in downtown, I'm uptown, my grandmother. They said, you got the best crack in Elizabeth. I'm like, word. My mom was getting half crack. She was a heroin addict. She's been clean for 27 years now. Salute her. You know?
Right. Salute to the queen.
But she pulled my card, and I'm looking. I'm mad as hell, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, Ma, I don't know what you're talking about, Ma. I left it like that. But when people, my grandmother found that money in my drawer that day, and she said, what's this? All I'm holding for a friend. She's like, all right, motherfucker, go to jail. And it don't make you stop, but it make you feel a certain type of way.
You know why? You know why, God? We keep confusing it. We keep using the word parents. Markeith, we're not dealing with parents. We're dealing with breeders. And breeders don't have the authoritative power of a parent and the influential power of as a parent. And that's we keep perceiving it because we were raised by parents in a culture with parents. But parenting contrives of a real strong foundation. And our children don't have that strong foundation. We actually have been watching for the last 25 years, women pronounce publicly that they are the mother and the father, and it be accepted. See? So children don't know what a parent is because you're growing up in a world where, like, a single parent, there's no such thing as a single parent because a single person don't have a child by themselves.
Right.
See? So when a child looks at that and then looks at the social balance of others, they're like, hey, I don't have a parent. And that's what the internet's been teaching our children for 20 years. That they don't have a parent. Like, you ain't got to listen to them. They owe you. All this entitlement bullshit. See? So when they interact with each other and they become adults, they still have that same mentality, even towards each other. And they'll say, damn, I kill you, or you ain't going to kill me, I'll spawn back in. Niggas think they really going to spawn back in.
Yeah.
See? There ain't no value of life because they don't even want to desire to continue life now. The new mantra is that I don't want to bring a kid into this world, yet you're the one making the world the way the world you see it. See? It's a physical function without a mental directive. Someone else is controlling your physical function, but you're blaming it on those next to you and then ultimately yourself. Then you find no value in no one but what someone else has. That's why they all want what everybody else got, but they don't want to be black. Nobody wants to be black. And until we become unapologetically black, we won't love who we are.
I was watching this one football player scored. He started dancing. I said, "Damn, must be nice to be able to try to be us and then go home and be something else." Cause shit, they don't want the problems that come with it. Cause shit, sometimes we be like, "Damn, we don't want them problems. Them some unnecessary problems we go through sometimes."
Yeah.
Like them brothers. The brother that was the pimp.
Yeah.
He knew that brother, man, and that brother probably laughed at him when he came and told that brother, "Bro, go ahead, man.
Yeah,
go ahead. And all right, you really want it? Fuck it, we gonna fight." And he probably gave him the rules. "Look, nigga, when we fight, that's it." And his mans in them would have been killed, dude.
Yeah.
See, they would have been killed, dude, from the beginning, bro. So we dealing with some emotional, cowardly bullshit that's become a lifestyle, a culture with our children, man. And our children, when I say our children, I mean 30 and under.
Check this out, Percy. I don't mean to cut your wisdom, guy, but check this out. Yo, so when he came up, that he knew, yo, them he didn't want to hurt that brother. You know what I'm saying? That if a man tell you come, we can shoot the fair one, and he's not guilty, he's gonna shoot the fair one, beat you up, and send you home. If he knew he had did that to you, he would have offed you soon as you and your crew pulled up.
You know what's fucked up, boy? What's fucked up is this. I was the guy that was that guy. I was that guy that when I did something to you, you come to me, it was gonna be like that.
Right.
So I understand exactly what happened from the brother's description. I understand why my man did what he did. However, if the law was the law in the street, his mans in them wouldn't even allow that. But they was under his spell, not realizing that they were in a world of danger. And right now, the brothers that killed him, they're gonna look for them because them niggas was part of the reason why they coon boomers. Now you gotta remember, when you out there squeezing triggers, bro, there's a certain mentality that comes with that, bro. And I used to tell people, my family was like, "Yo, why you still look, nigga? Just like some of y'all addicted to crack, I'm addicted to making money like this."
Yeah.
See, and I was messed up. I was living a lifestyle that kept escalating, and it kept getting worse by the worse, and it was the law of the gun. Now I got shot when I was 13 years old by a grown man in the face after a fist fight. See, that's 1983. So I already know the mentality of that incident, bro. And I've been on both spectrums, on both parts of it. So no, we are living in a world where that nigga that shot me, he knew it was law, right? 60 days. By the time they took the staples out my face, he was gone. Right? Now it was neighborhood law, nigga. You knew you shouldn't have did what you did. You lost a fair fist fight to a nigga that was a Golden Gloves boxer, and you was 20 years old. You want to shoot? Okay, that's what happened. By the time they start fixing my face, he was gone. Now we don't have that law now, and you start perceiving what's going to happen before it happens. Then. Now, niggas don't think at all because they're based on emotion. So they have no rationale activity of thinking. There's no logic when it comes to it. It's just an emotional impulse based on image. And he cared how he looked. Like my man said, he didn't want to go back home. Well, he should have never came. He should have had stood face. He should have been a real gangster. A real gangster said, "Look, I know when I take my losses, nigga, because did you fight and punch anybody when the cops came and got you? See? Right. Nah, nigga, when you get caught by the cops, you're like, oh, fuck it, I got caught. That's what part of the game."
I always tell people anyway, though, John, at the end of the day, shit, if you ain't never took no losses, you ain't never got no money in the game. So I tell you,
listen, if you ever took no losses in the game, you ain't never got no money. If you
never got no real money.
If you ain't never took no loss fighting, you ain't never been in a fucking fight.
Come on, man. Right. You don't know what it's like to win. If you never took a loss fighting, you don't know what it feels like. I boxed professionally and amateurs, bro, and fought in the street. Until you take a loss, that was the scariest thing for me as a professional fighter. I was 9-0, bro, before I got suspended. I used to dream about losing. See, because until you take a loss, you don't understand what it is to win. And Biggie, that's actual fact. The courts is the hidden hand that I'm speaking of that functions as an operating instrument behind everything that we do. So it's like the Wizard of Oz, and our youth is, the lumpy limpkins. They just doing whatever you're told, and the hidden hand is Oz. So that's the court system that has taken the so-called power away from the parents or the so-called parents, because we've been breeders, bro. Being parent is a conscious activity of the civilized. Otherwise, you're just breeding. You're just having children that are an allotment to a number in the system that's functioning for a profit of others without a benefit to yourself. And that's what we've been doing until you have culture. Culture breeds community, and communities are built by parents, families. So yes,
well, I mean,
you think my brother.
When you think about this, man, even in the culture now, like you said before about the single parent, where now it's acceptable for a woman to be a single parent, and then you have women that get up there and say, "I'm fine being by myself," or "I don't need no man." And I think that's the most weirdest shit to hear, because if you say you don't need no man, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your fathers. What about your uncles? What about your nephews? So if you don't need a man, and that's where the farce comes in at, it automatically draws a division. There's so many segues in the division of the word division in our culture. It's like you said, from the words, from the family, taking the man out the nucleus, to just moral character and values. You know what I'm saying? Just for the young men to have some appreciation. And like some of them, I mean, think about it. These young kids are dying at a high rate to the point where they are idolized. It's almost like with heroin, right? It's like when that dog food killed that first one, they come all the way around the corner. It's almost as sick as that, where they say, okay, that's that shit killed that nigga. Man, I'm going to go get that shit. That's that shit right there.
Yeah.
And that's how it is in the game as far as killing in the rap game. They done turn the rap game into like dog food, where these motherfuckers feel like, damn, I got to go get that.
See, Run DMC told us a long time ago, it's a big difference of bad meaning bad and bad meaning good.
Good, yeah.
In our brains now, there's no margin. So we think bad means good in our brain. Everything bad to black people is good because we've been tricked so bad, so long, that bad is a part of our culture. Like I told the guards previously, the one thing that all black people in America can relate to, the connecting thread, if we just grab a hold to this, we can gain a solution. It's called black pain. See, black pain is unique, but all black people got it. And you don't have to be black by definition of culture. You could just be black by definition of skin tone. Sooner or later, you're going to get some of that black pain on your ass, nigga. And you can act as white as you want. You can think as white as you want. Sooner or later, the black pain coming to you.
Right.
And that's our problem. We don't sympathize or have enough empathy for ourselves to have enough pride to create enough love for courage to protect ourselves. If we did that, we'd be teaching these youth, look, nigga, that ain't allowed around here. And people that do that is not allowed around here. Now, you can stay around here and do all of that you're doing, but you can't do that around here.
Yeah.
And see, that mentality is what we understood as youth in our... Bro, I sold crack standing on the yellow line in the middle of the goddamn street like a drive-through in the 80s, bro. And we knew that there was laws in the street. When children were present, you didn't sell crack, because I grew up around hustlers and gangsters, and they gave us money to go to the store and get, they gave you a quarter in the 70s, bro. It was like candy all day, or, whatever you wanted. And you got away from them while they did their business and conducted it. If a lady was walking down the street, bro, everything disappeared. Like, there was so much respect in your community because you took care of your community.
You sell it to a pregnant woman.
Man.
Yeah.
Bro, I've been
Think about this too. Like you said, it was the old folks in the neighborhood. That was the thing. If they told you take your ass home, you went home. Nowadays, these kids beating up the old people. Man, I could never see myself walking up to an old person and taking something from them and beating them up, bro. Like that shit is sickening.
bro, what it is that they prey on the weak. See, it's the feminine nature, right? And I'm gonna show you. If we were men create, men make. We are the makers. That's what makes us the owners. And when we are the cream is the creator, bro. That's what creates. That's the first source of life. So men create, but when you're a woman, you expect to be provided for. And when you are not provided for, you have a dysfunction with those in your presence. And a woman will remove your lazy, sorry, no good producing ass, non-productive ass, when you ain't producing for her and with her in order for her to feel secure and provided for. So now we have males that are not men. And they believe that, hey, if I got a problem with you, I could take what you got. In this way and don't pay consequence. See, when I was out sticking up motherfuckers and robbing jewelry stores and shit, I wasn't killing people. I wasn't getting homicides. I was committing robberies. There was law to that. And the people that was getting robbed knew that there was law to that. Because if you was worth getting robbed for me to rob, you already knew getting robbed was part of the game. Just like when I was in the game and niggas would hit one of my spots, nigga, that's a part of the game. How much did we lose? All right, well, let's transfer this there and we're going to get that back. And niggas, whoever made the mistake is going to help pay for that.
Yeah.
See, that's the law. That's the rule. So we don't have that no more because everything is from the internet. It's a video game culture that we live in. And we don't come from that, bro. So we on the outside of it while they living inside the matrix. We out here in Zion, bro. And sometimes some of us have the ability to tap into the frequency, run through the wire and get at them. And like Kanye said, man, if you ain't coming through the wire, niggas ain't transmitting. You feel me? And that's real. So these young boys live in a fantasy, they live in a video game. And we have to change that by action. And those of us that speak this language, bro, we gotta start speaking this language and getting at the motherfuckers that's speaking against this. Like these old motherfuckers talking this young boy shit. Like the brother said, parents getting high with the kids. If we not showing the kids the right shit, bro, those of us that know the right shit, gotta not just start teaching and showing the kids. We gotta start getting at and embarrassing these old motherfuckers that just, they used to be young dummies, now they old fools.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what happens to a young dummy that never grow up. He just become an old fool.
Yeah,
so niggas want to repeat the same
especially the ones that ain't never, like you said, never went through shit. Because when we get older, half the shit that we done went through, man, we like, man, that shit weak, man. We did that shit back. There's a lot of these niggas nowadays that didn't get a say so, or they done had kids, and they living through their kids. It's crazy. Or you got a lot of these niggas, what I call the poke high syndrome. Where they talk about it like Al Bundy. They talk about poke high that last touchdown, and these niggas live still in the past, and they want to stay in the past, and they don't give a fuck about the future.
Well, our motto with my program, bro, I teach the youth that males are born and men are made. And what you're describing is a lot of males, like we got niggas that's 40, 50 years old that still out here claiming they banging, bro. When the brother I told you, by the time you're 35, you're supposed to put that flag down. You represent the culture, but you don't function in the activity of it because you already should have learned that that's detrimental and destructive to your community as well as yourself. Like we do time like we do college bids, bro. This shit is crazy, man. Niggas got PhDs in criminology and never got a degree because you in there and not out here. So it's our mindset, bro, that we got to change. And that's why the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, history is your best reward for teaching you who you are. So if you just study who you are, man, and listen to those that have learned before you, you'll stop repeating that. That's why I call it upon the hip hop community, bro, to stop letting the shit be rappers and be MCs again, bro, because MCs attack the problem that's happening in our community and begin speaking the language to the children. And if we ain't got that, bro, we got to disconnect. And that disconnect gonna cause us to die off, and they're gonna create a new kind of black people, which they have now. You feel
No,
me?
that's a fact. No,
Yeah.
I even tell people this, and I tell everybody, man, I started doing this, and I heard somebody say this a long time ago. They said, I didn't start distancing myself. I started listening to myself. Two different things. And people don't understand. When you're around people, you start distancing yourself. That's because you're listening to yourself now. That's when you separate. Because the problem is, it's like in anything, in any relationship, whether it's friendship, if you're around that person so much and people say so much, like I said again, when they was around that guy so much that they believed that this nigga could walk on water. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they literally went over there with the intent to try to do something and then realized some niggas was way much more colder than they were.
Right.
You know, and it's sad that we even speaking in these terms, and it's just getting worse and worse. Like you say, it's becoming an internal cultural self purge. They don't have to take us out, man. Just imagine. I heard they said something. This guy was on there, and it was this Klan member, and they asked him something. They said, "How do you feel about what you know what I'm saying?" People saying about the case and the KKK shit. That we dying down shit because shit we ain't got to do it no more. They doing it to themselves. And that's sad because shit, now you see him. I mean, think about it, man. A nigga, I tell everybody, man, we done got to the point, man, we really hate everything. I mean, we hate what we hate the people that's in our culture and we hate the other cultures. So how is it that we have that much hate? Where is this hate coming from, bro? Like you said, we're programmed to do that, but to the point where you would look at another man, knowing that this man done went through the same shit you went through, and like, yeah, I hate this nigga. He ain't even got as much as you.
But he didn't go through what you went through. Just think of this, right? And like the brother, peace to the brother Jabbar and the brother Chris Town. But just think of this. If you were black your whole life and you knew history that your number one enemy to all of your grandparents, great-grandparents, forefathers has been a white person. You look at another person and you see black or brown colored skin and assume that they are like you. But in reality, they are the great-grandchild of the killer of your great-grandparent.
Right.
See, so you see a black person's in appearance, but inside they are the same white master. And as I teach the children, see, master and matrix is the same shit. Y'all was born in the matrix because that's your master. And that's what they did. They remastered us. So when you see them, you see a black person, but they're functioning as the whitest white hillbilliest hate a slave cracker you could find on the planet. And they kill the person that looks like them because they're mad because they can't be the elite, the rich, wealthy, lavished hierarchy of white society. That's what most black people aspire to be. Now, of course, black people now themselves know that all I need is food, clothing, and shelter to create my own peace. Because as a physical being, I'm my own atmosphere. Like you said, being around other people. See, when you be around other people, you have to make a decision. Are you going to share their atmosphere or are they going to share yours? Because every man that stands on his square has a revolving cipher. And that cipher is what makes him a soul controller. So when you interact, do you build with the other planets to reflect life? Or are the other planets intended to reflect your light? And God knows he has to be able to do both at the same time. That's why God borns build, destroy, because only God has the power to build and destroy in the same essence, which is who we are, which is man.
Yep.
We gotta start building.
You're absolutely right. And that's the way, and that's the thing that we all have to self-identify. And, you know, as myself, I had to learn that. And then we start making, you know, a lot of times even when we going through things like, man, you know, why people do this or why people bring their problems to us or why, you know, you even know that, Ja, they don't realize This stuff that we're doing, like being on the internet and getting up in the morning, man, trust me, man, we didn't sign up for this shit, but we understand what our self-worth is. I tell people it's not that I'm conceited, I'm just convinced. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing about being, there's two different meanings. I'm not conceited, I'm just convinced now.
God, you said the same thing I've had in debates in the past with other colleagues in the academic world, bro. I told a sister, I'm not arrogant, I'm just confident. There's a thin line. It's a thin line of it. If I apply pride and ego to my confidence, now I become abusive with it. That makes me arrogant. But if I'm confident, don't get my confidence mixed up with arrogance. It's just being displayed or presented with courage. And it takes courage to present and maintain confidence.
Correct. Yeah. That's why I tell everybody, man, and that's the thing about it. It's like it's no disrespect. It's not to come off that way. It's once you sit down and you understand. People don't understand what they say. First laws of nature, self-preservation. Do anybody understand how to preserve self in real life? Not just from protect myself, but do you understand preserving and trying to preserve your legacy and what your family tree and what has been rooted? Because back in the days, I look at it, what I call the old niggas, my granddad and them, they tried to do that, which, think about it, back in the days, it was mandatory for family reunions. You don't even hear now. You don't hear once the grandmamas and the aunts and all them gone. You don't hear that no more. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to. Go ahead.
God, you heard what you said? You said the grandmoms, the moms, and the aunties in them. You know, in my family, my earth returned to the essence in 2007.
Mine 05.
And she made me promise her that I would keep the family together. And I asked her how, and she said, "Well, do what you have done for me, which is feed them." Now I was raised in a home by my great aunt because my mom got deported when I was a baby. So I learned. My great aunt was a master chef in America, so I learned how all this cooking stuff as a child. So like the brother said, how to eat the right foods. I learned at a young age. Now I had knowledge of self at a young age, so I knew what to do and how to do. And she told me to keep the family together. But I let a mental depression take me guard years into advance before I even obeyed the instruction. But when I did, there was a problem because the matriarchal structure in the family had a problem with the patriarchal announcement of a construct of that gathering.
I already got where you going with that.
So I had to take a real authoritative position and stand against the matriarchal elders in my family in order to reestablish what I was raised under, which was a balance. The women.
Let me piggyback real fast. You were trying to break the old Negro generational curse, which to be seen and always be seen genre.
Facts, my brother. They were trying to incur bickering that happened before I was born, and all of these things. And I had to disregard my position as their younger brother, as their nephew, as their younger cousin, and let them know that those days are dead.
Man, come on, man.
Yeah, I told them unapologetically, bro, that those days are dead, and they began speaking scripture to me. And I told them that I am Joseph in the Old Testament of the Bible, and you know what happened to him? He went away. Disrespected, got locked up, and I did all of that stuff, and y'all looked at me bad, but now I'm back and I have a new knowledge of self, and I have a new empowerment. So my empowerment is to guide the family into civility. And I did that, and our family now gathers twice a year, bro, and now we have gatherings with the other parts of our families, and we incorporate good food to eat. That's mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. And that's, like you said, we have to return Yes. To who we are and not allow ourselves to become a new self. But we were born again, and Y2K did it. And we got to get our children, deprogrammed, bro. We got to break the code and deprogram our children. Or they're going to kill each other.
Well, I think a lot of it too is because we was taught a farce to the point where we were saying we were taught that, hey man, this and where we live at, this is not conducive to what we see on TV. So at the point where we start moving, and I always use the analogy, I said it's like you're at home and then you said, man, damn, I got to just walk a little bit further, or let's put it in an analogy. Your car breaks down and the gas station is 2 miles. The further you walk away from your car is the further you can't see your car, all your personal belongings, right? I use that with us in our culture. We use that excuse, man, in our neighborhood, man, this is not conducive, so I'm gonna go move somewhere else. But in actuality, our culture, we're getting distance away, which we find ourselves trying to adopt to something that we're never going to be, right? So with us, we got to start learning this. It's like anything else. We do more running to move out of our area than we should be running to it.
That's why the culture nationally has to be. You can have your local culture. You feel me? Like Peace the Queen Lady out in Cali. You can have your local culture. You can do what you do locally. Like we can have the Guards and Earths and the NOI and Sunni Nation on the East Coast. We can have the Bloods and Crips on the West. We can have the Vice Lords, and we got the Gangster Disciples in the Midwest. But we all should be on a national law. And that national law is the culture that we should live on, which is unapologetically Black. If we start doing that, then we'll stop a lot of the shit that we are doing and start looking at what's not happening, which is you got Arabs running around, the goddamn, they Europeans running around the communities now calling us niggas, and niggas still giving them money. See, if we gonna be gangsters in our police, in our neighborhoods, then I don't care whether you Blood or Crip, I don't care what street gang you ass call yourself, nigga. Be an organization. See, for the community. Make your hood your heaven. The hell with leaving from around here. Let's make this paradise. See, the same way everybody else can move in here, bro, and pay the next man, bring the Guatemalans in and have them do my whole roof for $15,000 in less than a day. We can do that ourselves with ourselves. And we don't have to depend on anybody else. Like, just think about it. I could tell the kids, don't mess around and die, bro, after watching your people for 485 years do all of this labor for free. 310 years of it, it was legal, free slavery, and then don't build nothing for yourself. When we built the world, bro. Every building you see in Washington, D.C. I tell people this all the time. Go look it up in the National Registry. It was by slaves leased out from Mississippi, Georgia, and Tennessee. Slaves on lease.
And Benjamin Banneker had a big part in that.
Man, Benjamin Banneker designed.
I know.
He designed the major cities in America and France. Well, as a matter of fact, France is designed exactly like DC, which he gave the blueprint to, which is designed with the altitudes and the longitudes of a globe.
I know. And we can go deep into that because I'm pretty pissed off. Niggas be talking about get rid of Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben shit. You see the niggas on. See what I'm saying? When the almanac go.
I think it's breaking up, God. Peace. Cross, you there?
No. Cross, you hear me? Ja.
True.
Yeah. Yo, but no, you just speaking actual facts, bro.
The Cross was broken up. I didn't break his. I didn't want to break his wisdom.
Cross, you there? Cross.
He in the Matrix.
We're in the Matrix.
Sure indeed. Peace, Queen Lady Act. That's the actual fact. The stores did stop Uncle Ben's and Aunt Jemima.
Peace, Queen New Jersey, Grand Rising. Oh, here we go. You good? You back, bro? Yo.
The reason niggas don't want to build in the hood is because niggas be shooting at each other. There's so much hidden animosity and beef and shit. You don't even know where it's gonna come from. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's a fact.
We
got to start. We got to stop the influence.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's why I dig that dude, young boy J. Cole.
I'm gonna tell you something funny. I remember when I was living down south, right? And I called back up my mans from New York. I'm like, yo, y'all ain't go to that new spot in Elizabeth? When they was like, man, I'm not going to Elizabeth. No, nigga said he was going to. Them young boys crazy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's how it is right now. Like,
oh man.
It's culture though. You feel me? Like, bro, you got like when we were growing up more, you didn't have the internet projecting an image. See, the white man knew that too. Hip hop controlled everything for 10 years. And then in 1999, 98, they introduced a different style, a different mentality of hip hop to the East Coast. And it spread like chicken pox, bro. Like it changed how we thought and seen life. And that's culture. And that's the difference now, is that we're letting it happen. And like the people that are influential in hip hop aren't doing what's necessary to combat it. Too many people are saying, oh, let them make money, let them get the bag, just because they're complete where they are with the bag.
Yep.
But I respect what the young boy J. Cole was saying about Jay-Z and his artists, that they had a standard. And when you listen to, when I heard that, I went and listened to his particular artist that he worked with after leaving the Rockefeller label.
Bro.
And when I look at Kanye and hear his lyrics, I look at J. Cole and listen to his lyrics, I'm like, the progression of maturity and activity in their lives is totally different than what we should be doing, than what we see doing in other people's lives. Other people are getting the bag at the commission or the integrity or the compromise of manhood and their culture. And it's fucked up, bro, because when I seen the brother with the 2 guns, 2 chains, the brother, the young thug with the dress on, with the mock pistol and shit, I'm like, bro, like when you put on a full dress, now when Dennis Rodman did it when we were younger, we were like, yo, this nigga done lost his mind.
Yep.
It was so crazy in the black community. It was so repulsive. Like we was like, man, this nigga done lost his mind. Now, like people was like, oh, he just doing what he doing. You know, he getting that bag though. No, it's not okay, bro.
Nah.
And I'm around young children all the time, bro. And it's crazy how, you know, I'm trying to undo so much shit that they've been influenced to think. And it's based on the internet, bro. And if we don't get at niggas on the internet, then it's going to become the next rule. And that law is what they living by here. They getting in arguments on Snapchat, beating up, killing each other, bro. And this shit crazy because they think they're going to respawn like the video game. It's this ain't Grand Theft Auto. It's real life.
Hey, Cross, now what was you saying before you went to the Matrix, bro?
No, what I was saying was, again, like you was talking about with the whole almanac and, you know, and Benjamin Banneker's shit like that, where, you know, we talk about Aunt Jemima and all the other shit, but you know, they started back then when they just completely eliminated. People don't even talk, but some of these young kids don't even know who he is in the almanac, and you know what I'm saying. To this day, that's what I'm saying. They take shit away from us, and you know, again, that's stuff that we should try to bring back and try to tell these kids. Because think about it, if these kids really knew how much influence that we impacted. That's the reason why I think a lot of times, and that goes back to the parents, again, lack thereof, or not being in school. A lot of them, you know, during that time, around our time, a lot of them dropped out. So think about it. A lot of people don't even give acknowledgement. The only time we give acknowledgement is in the motherfucking month of February. And that shit gets old after a while, my nigga, because, nigga, we should be celebrated 365 days a year. And I just feel like they do that. That's to pacify people so they can remind themselves.
And reprogram us because they're telling our story to us.
Right.
That's been the whole problem. It's like I tell the kids all the time, you guys are lions. You're not gazelles. And what we do is we're the dumbest family of gazelles on the planet because our women train our boys to be gazelles, and then they send them to school with hyenas. See, before you teach them that they're a gazelle, you send them to school to hyenas, so they don't know how to run and hop. They hang around and go to the same lunch table as the damn hyena, thinking they're gonna eat lunch and be eaten. And that's how we treat our children. So our children become these people that are not ours. They don't speak our language. They don't talk our culture. They don't walk our walk. They don't even relate to none of that because they've been taught by somebody else to be something else. And until we that, we're going to be stuck with that problem. You feel me? And I tell the brothers, I say, I don't care what you believe in. You know, a lot of brothers say, well, you know, it's easy for you to say because, you know, you God body, you and that for brother, you can be all that too. If you don't want to be that, you can study that and be yourself. Because just having knowledge yourself is going to place you in the right ranks of the right army to help your people. And that's what we have to do is benefit ourselves, not just run around acting ignorant, bro.
Exactly.
Like it ain't like it's gonna go away or the white man gonna fix it when he the one making it happen. All of these problems happening because of somebody. we gotta address the elephant in the room, bro. Our young boys are dying, bro, because we're not addressing the elephant in the room.
No, that's a fact.
Word up. We got to take their focus, all of this energy. If like you said, if the young boys really knew who, Benjamin Banneker was, or the value or the creative mind, genius academic mind of George Washington Carver, or the revolutionary mind of a Lamarck-Deasy or Nat Turner. See, they give our boys Harriet Tubman. When they see Harriet Tubman, that empowers our girls, true. But Harriet Tubman had a minute activity in the Underground Railroad, and there was a lot of black men that did far more in activity, taking black people to the Caribbean and to Mexico from the Underground Railroad than what we've ever learned if we don't study. But most importantly, when you learn about Harriet Tubman, we should be teaching our boys who William Still was, because he was the creator and the organizer of the Underground Railroad. See, in that way, you balance their influence for their excellence, man. And we not doing that as responsible parents. The first thing you should know is who certain people are. The first thing I taught my son is the three main factors in our recent history. I taught him who Drew Ali is, I taught him who Marcus Garvey is, and I taught him who the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is. Then I showed him the examples of their work throughout life and which men has exemplified the power in their effect. And that way, he now look at life clearly for men that are doing and not men that are just saying. Not men that are benefacting off of your people, but men that are benefiting your people. Correct. And that's our problem. We're not teaching our children how to be children properly, bro. And from that, we have failed them. So when a young brother was telling me it's our fault, I say, yes, it is our fault. And I'm speaking as a collective because we got to stop speaking as individuals. That's the main mindset of a slave. We're the only living organism, the only thing that's organic on this planet that thinks with an individualistic mentality is the black man and woman from America. Everything else on the planet that's of an organic creation, bro, thinks as a collective. You've never seen one raindrop. You've never seen one snowfall. You've never seen one blade of grass. No, everything belongs to a collective. So when he said it was our fault, I said, yes, young brother, it is our fault, but it's our fault, meaning your fault and my fault, and we can change it together.
No, you're right about that, John. Because I even at the prime example, like you said earlier, you said, when you were saying collectively we need to get together, and you broke down the different ones again. Piggybacking off what you're saying, which is so positive and powerful, is that we got to start not even using those. We can't even. You know what? That again, that's where the division and we getting at when we give. It's almost when we give light to something that's dark, right? Like when we say the gangs and we say these people and these people. Again, well, we need to start saying us. Fuck the individual categories of collective bargain people. We need to just say us as a whole, proprietary, as one unit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where we when we do that, we're saying we need these people, but we really don't need those people. We need everybody. We need every man to be accountable. When you see a kid, it's sad. I remember back in the days, if an old person told you to pull your pants up, you did it respectfully. That's where I think the main thing and what we've been saying the whole time, it's just like you said, one is the empathy, sympathy, but then the respect. It's like even if you try to earn these young kids respect, you still ain't gonna get it. Then they don't want to give it to you because again,
you know why that is, though, brother. Let me tell you, brothers, why that is. That's because their mothers don't respect us. Their mothers don't love us.
Right.
Their mothers don't like us, and they feeding that bad poison to the babies.
Correct. That's a fact.
Boy, that's my advantage. Our children see two things. One, they respect power. Two, they respect reputation, image. So when you have a good name is better than gold, as the honorable amount of people and message to the black man, because that allows you to have a position that they have to hesitate. So when I speak to the youth, I let them know, first of all, I'm you and was you. Don't take the street reputation as something to be enamored or celebrated, while look at the survival factor. You said earlier, God cross self-preservation. And I wanted to add on to that because the key factor was that word preservation. Preservation doesn't mean survival. Correct. Preservation means legacy. It means how can you prolong yourself beyond your physical existence? See, so you have to survive in order to do that. But it means how long will you live? How long will you survive? How long will those that come from you will be of you, do of you, and speak of you? So it's important that we share that to them before they value other things that's been presented to them by the enemy. We got to always think, bro, and take in hand. Whenever we talk about our problems, we got to realize that we weren't like this naturally. We was made like this. So there's always somebody working. The devil don't stop working. And when I see the devil, I mean our historical enemy, that divine evil. He do not stop working, bro, day and night on how to keep us in our position of where we at and how to further and worsen our position, because he learned 320 years ago from a man named 310 years ago from a man named Willie Lynch, how to use a philosophy of social engineering to control our people. And we're still up under those characteristics of that philosophy. We have the youth separated from the old, the light separated from the dark, chaos, confusion, and controversy.
Generational gap right now.
Yep. Controversy and confusion as the main appetite for our community. Anytime you say something bad about somebody, it brings, it's clickbait, as they call it. Like everybody want to hear it, see it, and be about it. But when it's something good for the black community, Niggas got a very small attention span when it comes to it.
Right.
So you have to change that culture, bro. And like I tell the gangs, I don't care whether you Blood, Crip, Nieta, MS-13, I don't care. Let's get money together.
Yep.
See, all of y'all together, unity. Once you got unity, that's power. So y'all already saw one of the problems in the Black community. Now let's have constructive, organized unity, which is let's get some money together. And it don't matter whether you Blood or Crip, you can have a sneaker store over there and you can have a grocery store over here, bro. I don't give a damn, because all of y'all recognize that money has its own color. And if money is a necessity for living, now for the love of money is the root of all evil. That means you ain't supposed to do anything for money, or money isn't everything. But like the God said, money is right up there with oxygen, bro.
That's it.
So we all need to breathe, nigga. You all need money. And why don't we just get money together so we can stop being niggas and start being men?
But you know what, Jod? This is one of the big, and I like the way you broke that down, because you're right. Color. Here's the thing: what we got to understand is that they have manipulated to the point where we base. Think about this: we have to be. Something has to be wrong with us. When every time something goes wrong, we base something on something that God created, right? That we can't even change, which is color, which is our skin tone. That's the biggest debate. You know why? Because confusion, chaos causes confusion, which causes cash flow. As long as you can think about it, we always been debating over years about race and color. But see, rich folks all they talk about is green. We talk about black and white. That's the problem. We need to get off of the color black and white and talk green, because rich people don't care if you black or white. They just care about green. We, as our program is always black and white, it's a black and white thing, because it can't be black and white, because other than that, at the end of the day, LeBron James would not be on TV. We got to start saying, don't get caught up in it now. We can't get bought into them. We can't Django at the end, but we can also use it. We can be the coon by the window, coon by the door.
And everybody talking about, I think about the parts of the stuff LeBron's doing as Black man. Yo, he's doing some great shit for the Black community, and people ain't realizing it because they so stuck on Jordan.
Well, and that's the deterrent. The deterrent, regardless of whether he's doing something, right? And they're never going to put that on him, because again, it's going to take away. Like, think about it with Kobe, right? The whole thing was Kobe was trying to bring. People don't realize he was trying to bring some of the Black athletes over towards somewhere else so they can get paid, and then he wanted to do his own little. He had got an award for over there at filmmaker of the year or something, independent, because he was going to launch his big thing. And that would have took Pixar it would have been a battle with Pixar. A lot of times you got to remember, like, just like us, we own this YouTube. We can say what we want to say, and we can talk about the other people, but we didn't create this YouTube. See, there's a lot of stuff that we can say and we can debate, but we're using somebody else's platform to get something out, right? Well, it's only going to be listened to only so much, because they've already said it. It's like a blueprint. You can't redo a blueprint if it's already been created. So that's where we need to start using sort of the blueprint, but somehow bring it over to our own platform. See, think about it. We don't have a platform. We don't have a platform or YouTube. All these people with this money, it don't take much. But if they did that, then they would have to get that money back to them people.
Now, Nagar, I want to add on to that. When you said, everything, we got to focus on the green is a factor. However, the green just got to be an element. Correct. And the first step is that the world is technically or legally black and white. Everything in the world is signed, sealed on a document. And the document, whether it's a disposition, your discovery, or your damn sentencing paper, or your contract or deed to your home, it's in black and white. And the rich take the authoritative position to use white as the foundation or the base of control or power. And we have to balance the demographic by becoming unapologetically black so that we can erase even thinking about white.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly right there.
If we unified ourselves as black people, then we wouldn't even think about white people. We'd be so busy doing our work. Like think about every major city that you've gone to in America, and we all live near major cities. If you go near any major city in America, you can find a Chinatown. And the Chinatown, they function like they not even different. Like you couldn't even tell that it was Chinatown unless everything isn't written in Cantonese or Mandarin, and you see Chinese police, you see Chinese ambulances, see all of that stuff, and you're looking at that like, well, hey, where is it's Little Italy in New York? It's Greenwich Village in New York. See, it's something to complement everybody of every ethnicity or nationality. But we don't partake pride in ourselves in order to desire to have our own little Akibulan. You feel me? Which is, I teach the children, our motto is make your hood your heaven. Like, forget about getting a degree and leaving here. Nigga, I need you to get the degree and come back here and help me take over. See, that's the gangster shit. Like, I got the brothers now creating their own LLC. Y'all hustlers, y'all selling drugs in front of a store. Why don't you create your own LLC, corporation or business, actively operate under the guise of logistics, which is what you do anyway.
Exactly.
And then buy you a building. And now let's really get gangster. Nobody on the block is allowed to go to don't go there, nigga. If you black, you're supposed to come to this store right here. See, that's unapologetically being black. That's unapologetically being gangster. See? And that's what we need to start doing to ourselves, policing ourselves.
Correct. And that's what I'm saying. Like, like you said, accountability. And at the end of the day, think about it. And I tell everybody this, you know this. I tell them all the time, you can go out and you can spend $300-400 on a fitter. You can go kick it. You can drink bottle, smoke all the best killer and the gas you want to. But at the end of the day, it costs about $200 to own your vision. That's it. Just start. You create an LLC. It's a vision. A lot of people won't even take the time. I tell people, man, if you take the time and put time into yourself, you'll be amazed who you really are. A lot of people don't even invest time. They invest in other companies and other people's vision, because when you working at a job, you have to buy into their vision statement. It's a vision statement for every corporation. What about your vision statement? People got to start saying, I got a vision too. Well, then put it on a piece of paper. It's a vision statement. And one day, go ahead.
Another aspect to that vision statement in business, in the jargon of business, is a mission statement. And when you're on a mission and you make a declaration as to what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, you do it. Our people don't gather. We keep thinking the basic person you see, bro, in our communities will say, I am getting this. I got this. I plan on having that, while saying, when are we going to say first what we plan to do? Because we used to complain. Remember, we used to complain about the Latinos used to come in the hood and there used to be like 20 people living in one crib with like 5 cars on one street, all in the same crib. We used to complain, and then soon they dissipate. You only see about 10 people in there. Then you see about 5 people. And then for a while, it'd be like 5 people in there, those other people gone, and then like another 10 new people come. But what they're doing is they're using cooperative economics and activity of unity to empower themselves in a land that's not theirs. And our problem is that we won't do something thinking that we white. If we stop thinking we white, we'll automatically say, hey, we strangers around this bitch. They've been treating us like strangers. They've been killing us like the enemy. We need to figure out how we can prosper in our newfound land, because this is a new home to us. And we have yet to take control of the new home. So it's about unifying ourselves through our children first. And they say that we're Generation X going into Generation Z. And we got to understand what Generation Z is, out of Generation X into I out of Z. Z is the end of our grammatical alphabet. And in Islam, the Z is zigzag zig.
Yep.
That's the path leading to the mind of Shabazz, which is the black man and woman. So we need to figure out what we're going to do as Generation X, those who is unknown, whether or not we're going to take control and power over our generation or abandon it to the enemy to be devoured. Whether we're going to lead them rightfully, bro, or lead them astray. And like I told a young brother, I can only lead you if you're allowing me to follow. If you're willing to follow, that's the only way I can lead you.
Facts.
We got to get to them. If they ain't gonna come to us.
Yeah, man. But you know what? It's like I told you, they turn these young boys against us so bad, Joe. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, we speak their language when we show them our power. I show the youth around here my power and how I deal with white people.
Well, I got you, bro.
When they see how I interact with business, when they see how I interact with the police, then they be like, damn, if he could do it, then I can do it. Because born like you, like myself, we had some real street reputations, but we got real street reputations, bro. You feel me? I'm just known now, like I tell them, man, I ain't banging for the hood, man. I'm banging for good. So now my fight is different and they see it. And not only did I lay down in them streets, man, I done went to prison and served time, and I came home and I became a representative as a man in my community. So, like I tell them, you know, the Nation of Islam is what keep me disciplined because that keeps me accountable to somebody physically. You feel me, bro? Yeah. And sometimes we need that. Some of us ain't built to be, you know, you get away from the brotherhood for a minute, nigga back out in the street now. You feel me? And it's too good. It's too easy out here now for somebody that's like us. Yeah. We did it under different guise. We had to disguise and everything that what we had to do. Now you could just take over. It's crazy, man, because they ain't smart enough. So you have to be real as a man and then guide these youth, man, because they all these boys love you leadership, bro. When they see me work out, man, they'll tell you I got a motto. Uncle John, why you work out like that? So you young boys don't try me and the ladies don't deny me. That's why I tell them that all the time. So look, I'm a real man. You already know, nigga, I'll beat you the fuck up if necessary. Like I tell them in a minute, my favorite place to be is in jail because you ain't got no gun and everybody do what I say. Now out here, just leave me alone and give me peace, do what I say, so we ain't got to deal with it in there.
Big facts.
And that's the reality, bro. To those of us that done lived it. But I tell them, hey, look, bro, I ain't going back for nothing no more. I didn't have that lesson. See? They got to kill me to catch me next time. So don't be the one. And that's real. But you got to be real with young boys because that's their language. That's what they know. And if you ain't speaking that language, and if you ain't known for that language, then don't you speak that language. Because these young boys will test you.
Yeah.
Real talk. But you just got to be it, man. You can't talk it now. You got to be it because these boys are looking for image and everything. See? So when you dress the right way, when you talk that talk and walk that walk, they can see it. Because they've been studying image their whole life. That's what leads them. And that's why I say we lead by example. They can't deny power, bro. And when you speak truth to power, whether it's a black or a white face, in their defense especially, then they'll let you lead. And that's what we got to do, be men.
All right. My brothers, I appreciate y'all for coming on the platform this morning.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. You already know, man. I appreciate the convo, John. Respect, man, Mac.
Salute, John.
Yo, respecting my brothers, man. Respecting my brothers, man. I don't know how to cross. I'm trying to figure out how to like get your joint, but I just remembered it by Cross Your Heart. So I got it. I go on YouTube and subscribe and link it in.
Yeah. Just go to it's called the Plug Podcast. You got to type it all in. The Plug Podcast by Cross Your Heart.
Say less.
And that's my channel, and you can follow me on crossyourheart.com and then Cross Your Heart on Instagram too. You can follow me on that.
Sure, indeed. I got these brothers at the college. They building I'm finally, trying to follow through and put a platform on social media. I just do podcasts, bro, for the last like 4 years. Just been just doing it. People invite me on podcasts, but I got to get that type of information and a platform for myself so that y'all can contact me the way I'm trying to contact and connect with y'all.
Okay.
But Born, me and you, Born, we getting together in the physical ASAP, and that way you can tell me whatever I need to do.
All right, no doubt. Sure.
The word is born. I have my peace to God's nerves.
Peace.
Peace, lady. Peace, lady. Queen
You already know. Cross border connects. You did.
Word is born. Boss Victor, Chris Town, Big E, out in the West Coast.
Yeah.
Peace.
Let's connect like Voltron. You dig?
Already, man.
I'm out.
Appreciate y'all, man.